Hi, my name is Eddie Soto, owner of ES Online Enterprises, and I just finished a small business friendly interview with Inchworm Entertainment and Miss Yashin Phillips, and it rocks, and she rocks.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Small Business Saturday. This is where I interview small business owners. My mission is to provide a platform for all you hardworking small business owners out there everywhere. I did kick this off last season, I want to say, but I wanted to start this off new in the new studio, in the Wormhole studio, and I'm bringing in special guests, business owners, so make sure you stay tuned, and this is all for us to really see who's out there. There's so many small business owners out there and people who are working hard. So I wanted to kick it off with a very special guest. He is a consultant for the Small Business Development Center. And he is also the CEO of ES Online Enterprises. Without further ado, welcome Mr. Eddie Soto.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. So if all of you don't know, I was introduced to him through getting my work. When I was starting Inchworm Entertainment, I needed some guidance about what to do with Inchworm Entertainment. So I was introduced to the Small Business Development Center. It was actually the Women's Business Development Center. And then they said that there was another one a little bit closer to me because I was downtown. So they were like, oh, go to the Small Business Development Center. I ran into another gentleman. I forgot his name. He retired. Do you remember his name?
Frank Breezeboy?
I think so. He was at the CLC campus. But anyway, okay. I had a few meetings with him. They were very helpful. And then I was introduced to Eddie Soto. We had a brief discussion. We were talking about business. And so he told me about his company and then also just a little bit about what the Small Business Development Center does. So this is what we're here to talk about. So thank you so much for being here again.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So tell everybody a little bit about who you are.
Well, my name is Eddie Soto, CEO, founder of ES Online Enterprises. We're entering our 14th year.
Okay.
And it is a communications company that helps businesses get themselves going in the world of branding, marketing, online services, e-commerce platforms. We help businesses identify the places where their ideal target customers are having conversations about their services and their products and their business, the thing that they want to offer. So we kind of shorten the learning curve and build bridges between the business and the ideal customers.
Absolutely. And what are some of the name a few types of businesses that you've helped with your services, with ES
Online? We run the gamut from mom and pop startup operations with small scale websites and a presence on a couple of different social media channels, all the way through Colorado University, University of Iowa, College of Lake County, tech hubs and incubators in the area. So we have formed relationships and partnerships with programs that offer resources for small businesses in general. And then, of course, through that effort, I developed a relationship with the College of Lake County, where I've discovered the Small Business Development Center, and they have become a massive resource, not to mention they have helped me grow to where I'm at today.
Awesome. Can you just talk a little bit, just generally about what the SBDC offers and how everybody can get in contact with it if they need help, all the small business owners out there?
Absolutely. So the Small Business Development Center, College of Lake County, started back in '85.
Okay.
And it's grown exponentially since then. We have an office presence in Grace Lake, the main office.
Right.
And we also have a presence in Vernon Hills, at the South Lake campus, also the campus in Waukegan, Lakeshore.
Right.
Do we meet in Grace Lake or do we meet in Lakeshore?
We met.
Is it Waukegan?
Waukegan.
That's the Lakeshore
in
campus.
Waukegan. Yeah, when I first started, I was at Grace Lake, but then, when I was introduced to you, it was at the Waukegan campus.
Got it. So that program offers some really solid information on just where to get going, permits, licenses, registrations, help with identifying key players to help you in the world of law, a good small business friendly attorney, let's say, accountants, insurance brokerages, those types of resources. So it's just super valuable, especially for businesses that are concentrating so much on the product and the service and not so much on all the other items that are vital to success in business.
Right, right. Why is it important for businesses to have that information or to have this resource?
Basically to help protect the intellectual property. At the end of the day, businesses are so locked in on concentrating on refining their product, improving their services, expanding their menu of what they want to offer, right? And yet they forget about the legal part of this, where someone else can come in, and if their product doesn't have the right trademarks, copyrights, or patents, someone else can swoop in if the intellectual property is not protected. And there's no legal recourse, and there's no ability to fight back and or protect, defend what's yours, and send a cease and desist if needed for someone else to quit plagiarizing that person's material.
Absolutely. So you want to make sure, so small business owners, you want to make sure that all of that information is protected. And this is a resource where you can go to get that information and take the necessary steps in order to making sure your business is protected.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Talk about your small business. How did you get started? How did you get motivated to start? I mean, it's not small, it's global, right? It's all over the place.
Big time.
But you started from somewhere. So talk a little bit about that and just what you went through.
I'm born and raised in Chicago.
Okay.
I'm an inner city kid.
Okay.
So I grew up playing ice hockey. It was a passion of mine. Everybody else in the neighborhood played baseball except for this one. The kid that's got the different kind of equipment, it's like, oh Lord, it's much more expensive. We don't want to go there.
Yeah, it is expensive to play hockey though.
So I developed a relationship with a lot of the kids from the northern part of the city. And when it came time to go to high school, I had the local school, which is more in tune with baseball and summer sports. But the school that I wanted to go to, Lane Tech, was clear across the city on the north end, but they offered a robust hockey program.
Okay.
So that was incentive enough for me to keep my grades where they were,
Okay.
where they needed to be in order to qualify to go to Lane.
Okay.
So from Lane, went City Colleges of Chicago.
Okay, yeah.
And then I attended a job fair in 80 into 81. And there was a company, a little known company named Abbott Laboratory. That was one of the companies.
Abbott.
So I filled out about 30 different little profile sheets for the different companies that were there for this job fair. And Abbott was one of the ones that called, and I was intrigued with their offer. I was intrigued with their setup. Came in for an interview. Did that drive up 41 from Chicago to Abbott Park. And I saw nothing but cornfields and farms and stuff like that. I'm thinking to myself, this inner city kid, I'm going to be here for a year or two, and that's it. Just put him on my resume if I get hired,
Right.
and then race back to Chicago full speed. 24 years later.
He's still in the cornfields.
So I got hired, and I was blessed to have a nice career there in pharmaceutical research, and cashed in my chips in 05.
Okay.
There was a transition period. They were outsourcing so many products and just the research piece of it. So I saw the writing and I figured, okay, now's an opportunity. And I found an opportunity to cash my chips in and just turn the page.
Okay.
So I turned the page, spent some time. I'm still playing hockey. Developed a relationship with the guys from Abbott Labs the hockey program, which I helped build.
Okay.
And one thing led to another, and I offered to put together a rudimentary website offering standings, statistics, a few game pictures, and just an online presence, just a short amount of blurbs, things like that. So one thing led to another, because from that website, feedback was coming from all over the world, from like Germany, Canada, Italy, Lithuania, where the players' families resided. And they were keeping up with team activities from that website.
Cool.
And this was back a ways in the early mid '90s. So that's when I saw the power of communication, and I'm like, So needless to say, that was the precursor, and I just continued to play with building websites and getting a feel for software programs that were available, and there wasn't much in formal training in technology, other hardware versus software. But I learned what I could, and in 2005 I launched DS Online Enterprises.
Cool. All right. And then here you are now, still running it.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Had a
So,
good time.
you know, one thing that I think is important from your story was that you just took the initiative to try something out, and then it flourished into this, and here you are years later, still successful. You know, as business owners, we get nervous about even taking the first step, and whether it's just jumping and trying something or testing things out. I remember when I started, I just wanted to, like with editing videos, I was nervous about it. I was like, oh my God, what should I do? And I had reached out to a small business, and I was like, can I just shoot this video, you know, for you, and I'll do it for free, just let me test it out. And then after that, I've been shooting videos for all types of people now. So, you know, it just, you never know. As long as you're consistent, you have, you know, you trust in what you're doing, things will flourish, and you know, it'll turn out exactly how you want, or maybe even a little bit better than what you wanted. So any advice to the small business owners out there, just from your experience, your work being a consultant with the SBDC, just any just general advice that you have for them?
First and foremost, to build off of what you just shared. Number one, identify your passion and take action. Know what you know and know what you don't know, and build off of that which you know.